it's chopping time. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I just spent 2 days chopping down a tree, so now it's time to chop my hair. And why would I be doing this? Alright, it's early morning, but not too early. It's raining out again, and so I've been waiting to get my hair cut. My daughter usually does for me, and if you check back in my previous video, I'll have linked in the post below how we cut that haircut with a short bob. And I actually didn't like that cut. I let it end up coming out, and what I kept finding was, I should say let it grow out, that cut worked well for when it was that shape, but when I let it grow out, it kind of didn't suit. So it's not bad. This is day, let's see, 3 or 4 of, ready to wash. And like I just said, I just spent 2 days cutting and chopping up a tree, making a mess. And I did not wear a protective bonnet thing last night because that's like my treasure day to myself, where I can not have anything on my head and just sleep. But this side is immensely flat, and this is one of the reasons why I wanted to try this style haircut that I'm going to go for here, which is going to be between a bob, a pixie, and a mullet. This side is thinner, and I always feel like I've got those, the chops like the guys have in their beard. My ear sticks out, it's thinner, and it gets hidden every once in a while, but all I have to do is like that, and then, oh, my ear pops out, and it bothers me, whatever. And I've been going through a lot of changes in my life, and I've had this haircut for about 2-3 years now, ready to try something else to kind of just signify another change with divorce, with my family no contact, doing a lot of this myself. FYI, I've been cutting my hair myself for a very long time. I've cut all my children's hair and spouse and so on, and it's not like I'm new to this, and I'm not afraid to try. I've had very bad experiences with the professional in the years past because I was 45 and I figured out I had textured hair. You can see that original post too, how I went from shoulder blade length hair and figuring out what a journey. But let's get at this. I've debated on why I'm starting this with my hair dry, doing this with a dry cut, but I've always done it wet, and I think that's what I'm gonna stick to because that's what I'm familiar with. My bangs have gotten long and kind of wobberjaw because when I do I had to have a hat on when I was working yesterday. I'd like them to lay right so that I get a better cut and better view of what I'm doing. The daughter that helps me normally cut this haircut is out of the country. So on my hair, I normally cut on a 6-week or so interval, doing protein treatment right along with that. And my protein treatment I also have linked is just a natural with some beef gelatin, some honey, and apple cider vinegar. I do apple cider vinegar rinse before I do my protein treatment, and then my gel I make myself too, which is also made of flaxseed, and it works wonderful for my hair. I have thin hairs, medium density, and low porosity, meaning my hair can take a bit to get wet. So that gel works really good for me and my texture, and it took me a while to figure it out. It took a long while, but it was worth it. All right, I'm gonna wash up and let's see what we do here. I'm probably going to call in one of my other 2 daughters to help with the back because I'm really wanting to bring it up, and I don't know. Me and my whole doing the back is just, I'm getting tired of doing it myself. But let's see. My mirror is this way, so I'm going to be facing that way while I'm cutting, but I will try to explain if you're interested. This is not necessarily how to do this because my hair starting point might be different than yours, but you can kind of see what I'm going to be doing. Show you where it's at. I have a lot of fine hairs. This is as long as my bangs have been in a while, and they're a little uneven, so I'm going to start there after I section off. very hard time. For those of you that have been following me, this is my thumb healing after the major injury. It hurts to use these scissors, so that's why I'm going to have some help. I'm straight cutting and then end cutting, point cutting, just to make it a little less straight edge. And you can see how it tapers it that way. I'm going to do just some checks, see, make sure I like the graduation. Okay, I need to match. Then I am going to try taking these front pieces to the front center using this as my guide. I'm going to kind of see if that's a little too much, what I want to do. Key is finding my guide, which would be my bangs. Hoping not to nick my fingers. Sometimes I prefer my wet brush over the comb. I'm going to keep doing this so that we can eventually get everything up, and then we'll take a look. Okay, that's kind of the shag part there, and I will be changing the side view, but you can see the top layers are pretty short. Not as short as I want to go, but it's getting there. Just took off that. I keep forgetting to push the cord. Now to do the same amount on the other side. And I'm using that top layer as the guide to just cut straight up. I may cut it differently, but right now I'm cutting straight up. We're getting there. We gotta do length checks throughout the way. Make sure pulling from the same spot and they're equaling out. Here we go. Yeah, definitely the mullet going on, but we're gonna take care of that part. So I slept with my sleeve on. I normally do. I can just pull off with my longer hair and go about my day most of the time. I'm talking quiet because it's like 5 in the morning. This is nuts, but when I get a little brighter, I'll refresh and show you. I won't know what this is going to fully look like until I do a full wash again, reset, and then I'll know better what's going on. Alright. So it's about an hour later, and I just wanted to explain, never mind the hair, we're getting there. This is what I've worn, something like this, for about several years. So my hair was longer. We cut off a little more than 3 inches. I would put this on, throw my head upside down, and then pull it up, and it would keep my curls up on top. but it would straighten out the back and sometimes pull my bangs up, and that was a minor thing to deal with. And I knew going shorter would probably be more maintenance, but I wanted to try, I wanted to be able to say I did this and I tried. Whereas my daughter has longer hair than I do, and she wears more like a silk bonnet like this. And the reason I don't like these as much as it tends to slip down, and I like to have my ears out. But might have to go back to something like this. It just would squish the curls on top of my head, but maybe not have the straightening of the layers. So we'll see. I'll do an experiment. I miss having ringlets already, but I knew that would happen. I mean, that was the whole point, right? To cut it off. So I'm gonna refresh. I just use my bottle, spray, scrunch, dry, and I will be right back. And I want to say it will be some time when I'm going to be checking just bits to make sure it's transitioning how I'd like, laying how I'd like, bangs and all. So yeah, process. Here you go. I can tuck it behind my ears and have more of the mullet side short, or I can bring it forward and do different things, round it up a bit. I tend to tuck it back. I was always wearing clips or headband to bring it back off my face anyway, especially when I work and I'm looking down. I can show you what I mean when I see myself in the video. But it's funny is my one daughter, youngest one, says, "Oh, you look like Maria, Sound of Music, or in the Parent Trap." Take it as a compliment. Happy with it. Will I go back ever? Maybe one day. I don't know. Got to get used to this. This is after me washing on a couple days. This is day 5 after the first washing. That was a weird experience. I've had short hair before, but the layers were always like longer. So this is the shortest up on top I've ever had, but scrubbing that in and washing and feeling there's nothing there. Even felt the sun on my scalp the other day because I don't have thick hair, that's all right. But all I did every day that I didn't have this was I did wear my tunnel thing. I did end up getting a silk bonnet. It's not here yet, but and I looked like a mess. I was wetted, refreshed, it was ready. So really it's a trade of having to wear clips and headbands and do the things to keep my hair out of my face, or just something like this in the morning. So show you what the back looks like. I have done some tweaking on the cutting. I did some cuts when it was dry to want to make it blend and transition well, and not heavy in certain spots, and I may still continue to do that. But that's the nice thing about having textured hair, is I don't have to worry about straight hair showing cuts, and gives me a little bit more freedom. But I'd love to hear if you've done anything like this yourself. I'm not afraid to try. Hair generally grows back. I still haven't had a gray hair yet. I don't color my hair, so that'll be changing too, I'm sure, in the near future, and that might be a whole nother experience because I know texture changes when that comes. But whatever, I've earned my wrinkles, I've earned the grays, I'm ready for it. I'd love to hear what you think about, I don't know, would you try something like this at home? What has your experience been? Have you had trials and errors with hairdressers? I'm really excited though that this trend has been showing that there's more and more people being trained regularly to deal with textured hair, so that people like me won't be ignored again when it comes to, hey, I think this isn't working for my hair. Not just a blowout and straightener and so on. That embrace your hair, embrace you. This has been a learning curve for me in all facets of life, and a lot's been going on in my life, and this is great for me to feel like I'm finding myself, short hair, long hair, whatever. All right, until next time.